Hello. We are having a very happy mission here in Portugal with Cindi and Eduardo Angelo. Thanks to the New South Conference who sent us here to encourage them and find out more about their work. Well, what we have seen has been very encouraging to us. We love to see all the little children in church because there are many young couples who have been reached for Jesus and who are eagerly and zealously trying to invite others of their own age, young couples, to the fellowship. One night after my husband Tim preached, 4 people came to know Jesus. Perhaps even more importantly, a lady who had been struggling with a severe problem felt that that message had been prepared just for her. We are so thankful that God has been able to bless us with this trip, and we hope that many people in the United States will get behind this work and help the Angelos, because they do not have support in Brazil, where they are from, and no home conference. But the New South Conference needs to be their home conference, and perhaps other conferences will join and support the wonderful work they are doing here in this country, a needy country where people are very religious, but they do not know Jesus. The Catholicism is everywhere. A large statue of Jesus with his outstretched arms stands over the city, but that does not mean people know him, for very few really do. But their message is wonderful as they pray and seek direction and want to be involved with the Free Methodist Church here in Portugal.
Bom dia. It's great to see you from Portugal. If you've ever thought about going on a missions trip, perhaps you think about the difficulties of the trip. I know that we have. This is our first trip outside of North America. And when we came to Portugal, there was much apprehension, much to be concerned about. People warned us about the food, for example. The food in Portugal is wonderful. Portuguese food is like American food in almost every respect. But the food we've had here has been marvelous, very well prepared. We've eaten beef and fish and pork and chicken and all kinds of vegetables. But when we went to the market, I looked and looked for something that I was not familiar with. Finally, I found one type of pear in their fruit section that I didn't know what it was. And I took it and I ate it, and it tasted to me exactly like an Asian pear. The look was different. But we've had a hard time finding things that were strange to us. The food has been gourmet. And so you say, what's the hardship? Well, there really hasn't been any. We have had a very nice time. We've been staying with the Angelos because they only have a small single bed in their guest room. They put us up in a hotel, which was a luxury hotel. This is almost something to feel guilty about. We've been treated so royally. They treated us like a prince and a princess coming to visit their beautiful city. And Lisbon is a place where tourists would come from around the world to see where navigation of the sea started. And we've been to castles, and we've been to old monasteries, and we've been to cathedrals. And you say, my goodness, this sounds more like a pleasure trip. And it would, except for the fact that the people here are loving and kind, but they don't know Jesus. And there's been much opportunity to share the gospel and to work with people who are excited. And everybody in Lisbon, it seems like, knows a little English. Not much, but enough to get by. And I, who speak no other language, have been able to get along quite well. There's usually a translator for me. I've been able to preach, very graciously received by many people. And really, I think my messages have been received maybe better in Portugal than in the United States. I have had a marvelous time with the people. The children are a little shy, but once they have got to know me, I've had a good time with the kids. The Angelos are better than any tour guide I've ever been with. They are loving and kind and intuitive. When they find out you like something, they take you to see those things. And they don't have an agenda to make money, but just to share the love of Jesus with the missionaries and their passion for sharing Jesus Christ with the lost. And here in Portugal, we've had the opportunity. We've had the very special privilege of seeing people come to the Lord One woman who was in her 90s came to the Lord for the first time through our ministry here in Portugal. And many, many people have been an encouragement to us, as well as we've been able to encourage them. And just some little things to get to know and to bond with both the missionaries and their extensive team of leadership support. People that they've trained, nationals, to do leadership here. And those people are hungry. If you are a Bible teacher, when you come to Lisbon, it's very easy to be an evangelist. And if you are a pastor, it's very easy to become a preacher. So we've had a wonderful experience. And I think that if you've never been on a mission trip before, Lisbon is the place to come. And if you have been on a mission trip and have experience, come and share your experience with these people. It's an experience you will never forget and a blessing that you can share that can last for eternity. So, come to Lisbon, support the Angelos, and God bless you.